Hello everybody, Christian from Treasure Town here, and today we are going to be covering the top 8 most valuable Indian Head Penny key dates, errors, and varieties. We'll be just taking a look at those different coins. I'll be updating you with the values, as well as giving pictures of the errors if they're an error variety, or just a picture of the coin if it's a key date. And something to keep in mind is that for the Indian Head cents, there are a lot of pretty valuable ones in the 70s and 60s, but basically keep anything before, I think it's 1879. I think just in general, the 70s and back are pretty good, while some of the later ones are not quite as valuable. Coming in at number 8, we have the 1908S key date. Though it is a key date, a variety to look for because the S mint mark is small. It's located on the back of the coin, almost at 6 o'clock. It's right here, and the values on this will be $75 in average condition, $175 in a about uncirculated, and all the way up to $1,000 at its better strikes and its top range, if you will. Moving on to number 7, we have the 1894 over 1894 variety. This is like a doubled date, so the date has been struck twice, and it's pretty obvious as there is some doubling in the date on all 4 digits. So here's especially in the 8, the 9, and the 4. But this coin will be worth more than the 08S at $150 in pretty circulated condition. It can go to $750 in the about uncirculated stages, and all the way up to $30K if you get a really nice strike. And for a red example, one of them did make it up to the $30,000 range, so that's where I got that value from. But for the most part, it'll be between $150 to $200 in that circulated condition. Coming in at number 6, we have the 1867 over 67 digits doubled date. It is similar to the last one, but its base value is a little bit more. It's going to be $200, and it can go up to $750, though the max range was more like $2,500. But obviously the doubling will be on the upper side of the digits 6 and 7. So the 7, it's very clear, big protrusion there, and the 6 might take a sharper eye, but you can definitely still see it. So that's that coin. And something like a 67 you'd want to keep anyways, but you do want to be checking your 67s, your 94s, and a couple other ones that we'll be covering later. Number 5, we have the 1909 S key date. This is one of the trademark key dates, not the, but one of them for the Indian Head Penny series. There's nothing more outside of that. The S mint mark will be located here because it's minted in San Francisco, and the values on this will be about $350 in a circulated condition. It can go up to $650 in a more near the uncirculated but not quite uncirculated range, and it can jump up to $2,500 or more if you get a really well preserved example. Number 4 is the 1869 over 69, so similar to the 67 over 67. This is another one of those dates where 2 of the later digits have some doubling, and they exhibit it in the northern part of the 6 and the 9, with the 9 being more prominent. You sometimes can see another layer in the 69 and the 9 digit, but it's mostly on the northern part as evidenced here. And this will be similar to the 09S in that it starts out about $350 in the circulated condition, but it gets a little steeper as the condition increases up to $1,000 in about uncirculated condition, and can reach $7,500 or more at its finest. Number 3 is our last straight up key date for the series. This is the 1877. It's like the holy grail key date for just general Indian head cents that don't really have an error, and it's $700 will be the mark that it'll reach in the more circulated condition, and this can quickly jump to $2,000 in the about uncirculated, and can reach prices as high as $20,000 or more in its finest condition. So this is definitely one you always want to keep your eyes peeled for, but as I've said multiple times, you really want to be keeping anything from the 70s or back when it's an Indian head cent. That brings us to number 2, which is the 1873 doubled Liberty penny. And again, the 73 is a good coin, so you want to keep all of them. But right here you have the Liberty doubled. It'll be pretty clearly doubled, and The price is also something that is worth considering. It goes up to $800, up from about $20 if you do have this doubling of the Liberty in the very circulated condition. And this is almost about as steep as it gets for Indian Head cents, barring only the number one, but it goes to $5.5 thousand in the about uncirculated condition and can reach $30,000 or more at its best. So definitely something that you want to be keeping your eyes out and checking all of those 1873 Indian Head cents for. And our number one is the 1888 over 7 error, and I don't exactly know how to explain it better than that. It was an 1888 over 87, and the last digit is the only place that you'll be able to find this error, and it's a very small and hard to find error even if you're looking for it, but there's a little bit of a protrusion of the 7 here, and then in some examples above the 8, kind of at 10 o'clock, 10:30, something along those lines. But this is going to be a $1,500 coin in pretty circulated condition. $7,000 is price for the about uncirculated, and $75,000 or more is what this is fetching at its best. So you got to check all your 88s. 1888 is a more common date to actually find a coin of, so a thorough look at the last digit may pay off in a big way. Thanks for watching the video. I'd encourage you to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and connect with me, whether it's on Instagram at TreasureTownYT, Reddit at rTreasureTownYT, or on my website, treasuretownyt.com. Have a great day, and I hope to see you on some of my other videos.